Up next is an event featured in the original World's Strongest Man in 1992, the Husafell Stone. And there's a legend attached to this story, and I'm not just talking about this man, four-time former World's Strongest Man, Magnus for Magnusson. Magnus, tell us the story behind the Husafell Stone.
Well, the Husafell original stone is back in Iceland, close to a farm called Husafell. And that stone was used, as the legend says, as a gate for the sheep's cattle. And then this legendary daughter of the farmer there, she supposedly picked up the stone, walked around the cattle and put it down again, about 45 meters. What a woman that was.
Wow. So there you have it, the Husafell Stone. I wish you were my dad.
So Mick Brown leading off the competitors in this second event here in Group B, residing in 6th place after the arm-over-arm truck pull, unable to complete the course during that opening event. How will he fare here? 186 kilogram Husafell Stone up off the ground. And now Mick Brown begins his walk down the 15-meter course. You can see it just 5 feet 8 inches tall, really struggling to get his arms around the front of that stone, approaching the 15-meter line, but falls just short. And so the distance will be measured from where the back of the stone lies on the rubber runway.
I think I'll probably find it easier for the pickup with being a bit shorter. But once it's up for the grip side of it, the further you can get your arms around that, better you're going to do, like.
From Ireland, Dan!
So Dan Gannon in 5th place after the opening event. Might feel a little bit hard done by, seeing as he set an impressive sub 40-second time, but so competitive was that opening event that he's currently down in 5th. So 6 foot 3 inches tall, long levers, gets his arms around the front of that stone and is now off and literally running towards the 15-meter line. What an impressive start from Dan Gannon. Bit of a tight turn, negotiates it comfortably and is off approaching 30 meters. Keeping that head up, taking in precious oxygen into those lungs, and now going for a third lap. Really impressive stuff by Dan Gannon, and that stone feeling every kilogram of its 186 right now. But this is a terrific display. He's approaching 3 completed laps, and he gets there. 45 meters for Dan Gannon, and then manages to turn, raises his arms in celebration immediately. He said he's got a good grip, and boy didn't he prove it there.
And a stupendous performance there on the stone. That's the new record, apparently.
Apparently so. Still a few guys to go. We might see another record today.
You've got to be pretty proud of yourself there, right?
You know,
45 meters.
as I said, I'm not very well balanced, so I got to do well on my best events. I had hoped for more, being honest.
Really?
But that might just hold up.
Can we have a look at your arm here? What's going on there?
Oh well, you know, the best way. Some of the guys wear sleeves, but it really just hinders your grip.
Yeah.
You're better off letting the stone dig into the skin. Just take the pain, they'll grip it that a little bit better.
God, that's probably the most manly thing I've heard so far during this event. Keep it up, Dan.
Thank you.
Great watching you, thanks.
Nicky Whelan.
So it's Nicky Whelan to the start line, and how will he feel having just seen Dan Gannon set a really impressive distance of 46.1 meters? Will he be inspired or intimidated by what he's just witnessed? Just getting to grips with it. Another athlete who stands 6'3", building up good speed on this first lap of the 15-meter course, but his grip appears just a little bit less certain than that exhibited by Gannon. First lap completed. On the second lap now, approaching the 30-meter line, shuffling along, carrying that as much with his quads as he is his chest and his forearms and hands. Second lap done. Impressive display, but has to be put into context of the 46 meters achieved by Dan Gannon.
Nicky, really impressed from the Husafell Stone there. Great performance. You happy with yourself?
Yeah, delighted with it, to be honest.
You don't seem to be too puffed out. You seem quite at ease with it. You made it look fairly easy.
It's not that easy, let me tell you.
So Ben Kelsey currently in 3rd place after the arm-over-arm truck pull. Went really well at the recent World Championships for athletes weighing in at 105 kilograms, weighing in at 112 kilos here. And if you can get this stone up off the ground, then the dynamic nature of this event could well suit the supreme athleticism that Ben Kelsey possesses. Off and running, and completes the 15-meter first lap in a really impressive time. But remember, this is an event for distance. The clock, something of an irrelevance, and already he's completed 2 laps. Ben Kelsey going really well indeed, and looking comfortable and in control as he approaches the 45-meter mark. Remember, the lead is 46. Kelsey has gone past that now and elects to drop the stone, because I'm sure he had more in the tank, but Ben Kelsey has taken first place with a superb display in the Husafell Stone event.
What a performance, mate. You must be over the moon.
Yeah, really pleased with that. Actually felt quite light for about 90% of it, and it went to feeling quite light to really, really heavy within the space of about 2 steps.
So the second place athlete after one completed event, Simon Johnston, champion of Wales, approaching the start line for the Husafell Stone. Often it requires a supreme effort just to get the stone up into position, but Johnston has done that comfortably, and is now off and motoring towards the 15-meter mark. Carrying that stone high up on his chest in contrast to some of the other athletes. 15 meters completed. Looking comfortable, and you see him just peering over the top of the stone, but the grip appears steady and true as he approaches the 30-meter mark. Now, that isn't the best of techniques, because he has gone way over what he actually needs to. Beginning to feel the burn now. Stone goes to the floor. So does Simon Johnston. Not as far as some of the athletes we've seen, but still a really solid performance from the Welshman.
Is that more of a strength or a strength-endurance mix?
I think it's more of a mental thing, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. Because everything hurts, and to keep pushing yourself when something's really hurting is tough.
Was it when having your lungs did it affect your breathing?
It's crushing down, so you can't get much air in. So.
All right, we're good luck for the rest of it. Thanks so much, Simon. Cheers, mate. Take care.
So the Highland Oak, Luke Stoltman, steps up to the start line, leading after the arm-over-arm truck pull when he blew everybody away with that blistering time in that event. Said that his stamina served him well during the course of that truck pull, and we've heard from Magnus van Magnussen and indeed some of the athletes that is a crucial attribute in the Husafell Stone event. 15 meters completed comfortably, good technique on the turn, taking in that precious oxygen with that 186 kilogram implement residing on his chest and on his rib cage. Just beginning to lose a little bit of form on the walk now, but continuing to fight for every inch as he approaches the 45-meter mark. And he gets there, negotiates the turn, bites down on his bottom lip. Now that is going to be really interesting, because for my money he's beaten Dan Gannon, but I'm sure it's going to be a matter of centimetres between him and Ben Kelsey.
It must be a real benefit to be going last in that event, because then you can see where the other competitors have
Definitely, yeah. I suppose we're winning the first event, put me in a good position. Maximum points here, just short. I don't think I got second place here. I think so. Happy with that. Yeah, just have to keep on going the same kind of. Keep the winning up, you know. Get my breath back and I'll be all right.
Well, some really impressive performances during the course of this Group B semi-final. 3 athletes going over 45 metres with 186 kilogram Husafell Stone, but it's Ben Kelsey who took top spot with 49.4 metres. And in terms of the leaderboard, well, Luke Stoltman with 1 win and 1 second place still occupies top spot. Ben Kelsey has moved up to second from third, while Mick Brown is going to need a strong showing for the rest of the competition to keep his qualification hopes alive.